You guys want to do one facing the cameras, please? Out to the cameras. Out toward the cameras. Let's get you look dead center.
Hey, you guys look this way just real quick.
Right there. Is there no way, Fedor, that Chael Sonnen's words, he is a kind of a professor of smack talk, yeah, of trash talk. Is there no way that he can get under your skin no matter what he says?
Знаете, святые люди говорят, что нас возможно обидеть ровно настолько, насколько мы можем обидеться сами. То есть, если мы не обращаем на это внимание, не обижаемся, то все это бесполезно.
Saints say that we can be offended to the extent we feel offended. But if we don't feel offended, it is not possible to offend us.
He's just really an open guy. He's really diverse. There's no spot that I'm going to be in this fight that I'm going to be comfortable. There's no chance to rest. There's no chance to go, okay, good, I got him here. He's got explosive power that I've never dealt with. Not very many human beings have it, but I haven't had to deal with anything like it. That size and the size difference and the strength, strength difference, he'll be a stronger guy. It just creates for more explosion. And that's a problem. That's an intangible you can't really put your hand on. Explosion, athleticism. You can train for punches and kicks. You can't train for athleticism. And I think he has it. I think he's a very good fighter.
You've been talking about Fedor for a number of years now, but did you ever think that you'd actually have a chance to fight him?
No, I didn't think so. I thought this was Randy's fight. I wanted it to be Randy's fight. I used to think about Fedor a lot when I'd be training, I'd be running, I'd be doing my exercise, I'd be thinking about Fedor. But I was a middleweight, and he was a heavyweight, and he was wrestling in Japan, and I was fighting in America, and I did not think our paths would ever cross.
When you say wrestling in Japan, what do you mean by that?
I mean, the fights were fixed. You know exactly what I meant by it. You just wanted me to say it, so there you go.
Well, you're a member of the media now, so you know how things operate.
Yeah, fair point.
Oh, now you know, that's the GOAT, Fedor Emelianenko.
The American gangster, Chael Sonnen.
I'll fight Fedor, I'll fight Putin, I'll fight Drago, I'll fight a Siberian Husky. The American gangster walks away from nobody, and nobody walks away from the American gangster.
In the semifinals.
We just saw that new promo debut. Did you enjoy filming that, putting all the USA gear on and doing all that stuff?
I felt ridiculous. You know what? We did that here. I went in a dressing room. I put that on. Right as I was coming out, Fedor must have been walking in because it was like he took one look at me and laughed. I hung my head like a doofus and walked away. So no, I didn't really like it, and I haven't seen that movie in a very long time. I thought I was dressed as Rocky. It turns out I was dressed as another guy who dies fighting a Russian. So no, I didn't enjoy it that much. But I kept it. I did keep it. Stole it from wardrobe. It's at home right now. When I get in there, I go to plan A every time. The second they say fight, I'm going to come across that ring and get in a fight with Fedor. I am going to threaten and dare him the entire time to get him to swing that right hand. And the second he does, I'm going to come underneath him, put him on his ass against the fence, and beat a hole into his face for 15 minutes or until he gives up. He can know that game plan. He can watch me do the game plan. That's my game plan. He may knock me out with one of those right hands. I've never dealt with Fedor, power like I'm going to have to deal with Fedor, but that's what this is. If I can get to him, it's going to be a long and annoying night for him. And if he can get to me, it's going to be a short and embarrassing night for me.
And one more for Fedor.
Why? Why would you ask a question of Fedor? What are you expecting to get from this? You could take the J train downtown, just ask your question to the Brooklyn Bridge. And architecturally, it would be more stimulating than you're going to get from Fedor. Have you seen him with his shirt off? Yeah. Rethink that.
The promo that you just saw, how did you react to it when you first saw it? What was your feelings about it?
Федор, ролик, который вы видели, вам понравился? И какие ваши впечатления по поводу этого ролика?
Я еще не видел ролик.
I haven't watched it yet. I haven't seen it yet.
Well, I did warn you. In fairness.
Is it impossible to get a rise out of this man? You were saying some things, and he's not playing ball, I guess, in terms of the talk.
I don't have the foggiest idea why you bring him out here. I mean, he's like everybody's pet idiot. You know, I could just put him on a leash, or I could take my shoe off and we could set it there, or I could set a bowling ball over there and we could just call it Fedor. I mean, who's going to know the difference? He shows up to a press conference with a language that nobody can understand, wearing a T-shirt that nobody can read. It seems to work for him, but if you act like that's somehow going to impress me, it's not. He could be a perfectly nice guy, and I wouldn't discredit anything that he's done, but I'm not scared of him. I've seen guys do that in this sport. They're scared of John Jones. They're scared of Anderson Silva. They're scared of Mike Tyson because they're a bunch of wimps. I don't give a damn, and my message isn't to Fedor. My message is as a competitor to everybody else in the back. I don't care what he did to other people or when he did it. I will be fighting him on Saturday night, and if he cleans me up or I get over on him, we're going to see a fight. I will bring my skills. I will not show up scared like everybody else that either wanted a paycheck or they want it out of their safe. I don't care about those things. I'm gonna go out and fight.
Speaking of Connor, shout out Connor. He FaceTimed me last night. Wish me luck, my dog. Salute.
Conway FaceTime?
Yeah, that's my homie.
What did he say?
He just said, you know, forget the weight because I missed weight by half a pound. I was tight because I woke up late. I was supposed to wake up at like 8 o'clock to get into the bath, and I ended up waking up at like 9:45, 10 o'clock, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta hit the start. So I was only in the bath for like 10 minutes, but you can look, I'm 146 and a half pounds right now, so I'm not out here cheating, trying to, you know, fight in the wrong weight class. I just was tired. But he said, brush it off, go eat, you know, and go do your thing, brother. I look forward to watching. I'll be watching. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily a fan of anybody because I'm in the same sport, but he's definitely done things that nobody's done. And I don't want to be that guy, you know, necking. So I just, like, he posts something funny, LOL, you know, he's like my man. Just a little short, simple shit, you know. Nothing too crazy. Because he's Conor McGregor, but I'm Mike Kimball, so. But the difference between me and their other prospects, and this is no disrespect towards anybody, I have never gotten an easy fight, no matter how I make them look. Everybody is a stud. Everybody that I fight, I kill the killers and I bully the bullies. You know, a lot of people in this game are getting fed people that they're supposed to beat up. Alex Potts, been wrestling since he was 12, 13 years old, state champion, knockouts, all his wins are finishes. Jeffrey Then only lost to a number 12 dude in the UFC. At the time, I don't know what Merab Divishi is now. And Merab didn't knock him out. They went the distance. I'm not fighting bums or beating bums. I'm making game-bred, thorough opponents look like they didn't belong in there with me. So you tell me.
The sound of that knee, is that almost jarring? Because it was jarring for people in the arena.
I mean, it was both. So I fought in Bellator twice, and both finishes that I've gotten have been like, it connects and I'm like, oh well, that's over, it's done. And you can see on my knee, like it was a good shot. My knee is bruised, so you know, it was. It's always weird. You don't live your everyday life hearing sounds and doing that sort of stuff to people. So when it happens, like, geez, oh man, this shit's crazy.
Man, if I go out there and win this heavyweight tournament, you know, I got to be talked about in the pound for pound, regardless of promotion. You know, if you look at my record and look of the guy, you know, who I've fought, just killers in there. I'm 10 and actually now I'm 11-1 in my last 12 fights. You know, and take a look at my record when you have a chance. You know, even a guy like Mitrione, I went out there, got 10-8 rounds, and he was a number 1 heavyweight in Bellator.
See, the cool thing about me, dude, I'm not that smart. So ignorance is bliss. I was just like, fuck it, you know, I just fucking don't care, you know. So, and those losses, you know, they tickled me a little bit, you know. They like nudged me in the directions like, hey, you know, because before that, dude, I was just so fucking. I was like, what, dude? I'm gonna fucking show up. I'm gonna flip these tires, and I'm gonna fucking spar with whoever's in this room. You know what I mean? I just didn't give a fuck. And so those losses, you know, you start thinking you know shit, and those losses humble you, dude. So you gotta start, you know, searching, because I don't like losing. And I was like, fuck, dude, what's going on, dude? All right, don't take a fight on 2 weeks' notice against Pitbull. All right, don't do that again. All right, fucking Manuel Sanchez knocked out 6 of my teeth in the first round, you know, and I still lost, a very close fight, a split decision loss, you know. And Strauss just took me to school, so, you know, I learned from all those fights.
Just mentioned Pitbull.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, I get these, I have implants, dude. So I get them drilled out before every fight. And so when I train, I wear a mask, dude. It's a fucking headache.
And that's in the Sanchez fight?
Yeah, fucking knee right in the middle.
I don't know why he hit me so hard. I don't know what old Chael ever did to that guy, but he sure felt like laying him into me. No, I don't think so. I don't think I've ever been ground and pounded like that. I thought there was opportunity there. I was covering up, and I thought that he was slowing down. Whether that's accurate, this is what I thought. I thought he was slowing down a little bit. And the referee warned me. He said, if you don't move, I'm going to stop this. But I didn't think he would, because they were going into my hands. I thought I was blocking him. I thought I was having a rope-a-dope moment. Thought I was luring him in. That was a bad strategy, it turns out. That was a bad plan. Cool. But gentlemen, I must remind you, I was just in the final 4 of the baddest dudes in the world. This wasn't exactly like old Chael got cleaned up in a parking lot on a Saturday. Okay, we were down to the final 4 in a weight class I've never been in. I mean,
Just throwing it out there.
first Fedor hits me really hard, and then you tease me a little bit here. And nobody's brought me a Coca-Cola big enough to swim in. I mean, things really aren't going my way here in New York, Gareth.